When you join a world during winter, you may not always receive a warm welcome. There may be no help to save you or clear direction to shelter. Perhaps they are all too busy. Perhaps they all hate you. In any case, you must at least try to survive on your own, and preferably without burning the entire forest for warmth. Number 1. Scavenge. The moment you join, focus on gathering items to craft torch and campfire. Since both fire sources require grass, that's what you'll need the most plentiful. So do spend some time at the savannah, it will be worth the trouble. Number 2. Go to caves. If you join quite later in game, the area may be already picked clean. Then you will have to venture further while freezing your bum or jump into wormhole hoping to find more resourceful biome. Or you could enter the caves. At the end of the cave entrance is a biome called Sunken Forest, where you will find moderate amount of plants to start fire. If the caves were already explored by someone, there is also a chance of finding minerals thanks to regular cave-ins. Since most people do not use cave to gather these common resources, you may have more successful scavenging than at the surface world. Number 3. Campfire versus torch. Torch is best when you are on the road and need quick warmth. And campfire is best when you find area worth scavenging. In dire situation, remember to use flammable items in your pocket. Just try not to burn down the entire area. Also, torch alone in hand makes very little difference when keeping you warm. So just use them when you need proper fire or light source. Number 4. Gather food. It is important that you constantly refill your health lost through hypothermia, which takes away about 1.25 health per second. The most common options would be carrots, berries, petals, and leftover seeds. Always remember to cook them as well. Avoid hunting any neutral or hostile mobs since a single mistake can be fatal to your situation. Also, it's just plain stupid to risk your life when you're already freezing to death. If you truly desire meat, I suggest fatbird or moleworm. Number 5. Keep track of temperature. Warm up, run around, freeze, and warm up again. That's how you'll be traveling until you get proper winter gear. Therefore, it is important to know when you'll start to freeze again, and when to light a fire. This process is much easier with a mod that tracks your character's body temperature, but if you're such a purist, then remember that with no thermal protection, your character loses about 1 degree per second, and gain 1 degree per second when near single fire. Now, the most heat you could accumulate before overheating is right before 70 degree. But not all heat source can give you that much warmth. For instance, depending how cold the day is, a level 3 campfire may only increase your temperature up to about 40 degree. In other words, standing near the fire for more than 40 seconds would simply be waste of time, as you will not be getting any warmer. Usually, having 2 heat sources easily increases your temperature to the maximum at even faster rate, but placing and maintaining 2 campfires may be more of a waste. Instead, I suggest you light a plant or a tree right next to campfire and stand in between. Number 6. Search for rocks. In order to craft better gears, you need to look for gold, but at the same time, you need to gather large amount of rocks, and that is for the fire pit. Fire pit may seem far more expensive compared to campfire, but it is in fact cheaper in the long run given that the structure is permanent and has higher fuel efficiency. Having a fire pit in your regular mining or logging area is much easier to maintain than campfire and could help in future when you visit the area once more. Number 7. Build science machine. Once science machine is placed, you must unlock razor and shovel. Razor is for beefalo hair that is often key ingredient for various winter clothing, and shovel is for extra log you get by digging up stump and to dig up grass or sapling in desperate need for large fuel without using logs. Afterwards, continue chopping and mining in order to... Number 8. Build alchemy engine. Thermal stone is the number 1 priority, and if you've reached this far, your chance of survival has increased significantly. Thermal stones allows you to travel much longer without need of other heat source and could provide light when completely heated, so no more wasting several torches during night. However, fully frozen thermal stone will lower your temperature instead, so keep that in mind. After that, you can choose which winter gear you want to craft next, and that much can be accomplished with standard surviving skill you may already know. Here are a couple of short tips that may help. If available, use twiggy tree to gather twigs and grass gecko to gather grass. You'll be surprised how much time that can save when compared to harvesting from sapling and grass tuft. Servers older than 100 days often have community base with moon lanes, archivigil, and moon dial, which does act like beacons for players who just joined, so open your map to see about where you should head towards. Be mindful about your character's perks. Weber can grow beard as well, but perhaps he'll benefit more from his spider alliance when gathering silks for winter clothings. Willow has both lighter and burny, but she is far more susceptible to cold than any other characters. Wickfrid can hunt beefaloes with less risk, so she may only need Science Machine and get beefalo hat straight away without need for Alchemy Engine. Similarly, Wickerbottom needs only Science Machine to craft Thermal Stone. Maxwell can summon Shadow Logger to save time when gathering logs. Wolfgang can travel faster when full. Warthogs can teleport to travel fast as well, but lack of butterfly will make gathering souls harder, so go wake some bees instead. When in Werebeaver state, Woody is immune to cold and could travel faster. This way, he'll be able to scout out useful biomes in short time. Just be careful with the sanity and the waves of nightmare creatures. And as for Wes, he can simply stand still for a few minutes and end his worthless life. And that ends another video. Hopefully your winter newcomers become more independent this way. Of course, if you don't believe you'll survive winter by yourself, it's just best not to join at all, because everybody is already miserable even without you. With that being said, cheers!